Welcome to Psych Snippets. Today's episode is about a poem and its author. I'm going to begin with a little bit of background about Andreas Salome and then move into the poem to see what it has to offer us mere mortals living in a fast-paced world. Andreas Salome was born in the cultural capital of Russia, St. Petersburg, in the year 1861. When Salome was 17, she experienced a couple of significant events. The first one was that she had a spiritual crisis in which she was compelled, despite her fears and concerns of upsetting her family, she felt compelled to leave the church. She went instead to seek out a preacher who was also a scholar, and that she wanted him to teach her everything he knew about Greek literature, German literature, and philosophy. The other significant event at the age of 17 was that her beloved father had become very ill, and he died later that year. When she was 19, she went abroad permanently and left her homeland in St. Petersburg to move to the University of Zurich. Although she did become sick there with a lung condition, that is where she wrote this poem, A Prayer to Life. So let's get into this poem. Beginning with the title, A Prayer to Life, already hints at what is to come, that this is a poem that is being spoken to this thing called life, or being directed toward this other called life. And in the first stanza, we immediately see that she is speaking of her love to this thing she calls a friend. So she's forming a relationship with her life in all of its mystery, and like all good relationships, they can make us cry, laugh, they can bring joy and pain. And then continuing in the next stanza, the author affirms again her love for life, even though it can hurt her terribly, that despite the pain, she is in there for the long haul, and it would be very difficult for her to tear herself away, as it would be to leave a friend. In stanza 3, things are heating up. She's embracing life with all her might. She's asking life to bring it on, set her on fire. And in line 3, though, she's also pausing to look back at something that's in the not-so-distant past. There's a glow that she has from the last fight that she had with life, I suspect, and that she is, despite this, she wants to go forward and explore all the riddles that it holds for her as deeply as possible. In the last stanza, the poem moves to a place of awe. It's looking at life. It's been around for centuries. It's been living this long. And she's asking that life, please wrap your arms around me once again and let me have the joy. And if there is no more joy, then she is willing to accept the pain. And I think it might sound a little morbid, but I think it has an optimistic feel because she understands that she can continue to think about and explore the riddles of life, including the riddle of the pain that she experiences. So in summary, this poem is a letter written to life, with dreams, with aspirations, embracing what life brings. It doesn't mean she's powerless or helpless, but she is accepting that there's going to be lots of things to face, and they could be painful. But she is really speaking about, I think, the amount of feelings that one has in an ordinary life. They can be very powerful and they can be very painful. The answer I think she's pointing to is that she wants to understand those. She wants to explore life's riddled depths. It's a bit of a tongue twister. But that concludes today's Psych Snippet. Please join me next time as I'll explore another slice of literature from somewhere in the world and someplace in time. If you have any questions, comments, or thoughts, please leave them below. And in the meantime, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you again.